Mikel, another victory and another clean sheet. Your reaction to that performance?
Well, very happy. We knew it was going to be a tough match. We had to play 3 games in 7 days and 2 very intense games before this one. So we knew that this one was the one that was going to make the difference to all the work that we've done over the last 2 months with the amount of fixtures and injuries and everything that we had to put ourselves in a really good position. So very happy.
You spoke that you felt looking on the last couple of seasons. So has that delivered on every aspect for you today?
It did, I think. When we played Newcastle, we said we have to learn from the past and the scars that we had in that stadium. We certainly did that. And today as well, because we lost against them the previous 2 matches here at the Emirates. And we won today, and I think we fully deserve to win the game.
It wasn't without its worrying moments. Martin Odegaard having to come off, Declan Rice as well. Have you got any update on either of those?
Yeah, with Martin, I think it was a clash knee to knee, and he's not looking very positive at the moment. And with Declan, I think he was struggling with back pain or something, and he asked me to come off.
Is there a possibility for Declan that he won't be able to join up with the England squad?
I don't know. Let's see what the doctor says now and what's the best thing for him.
I know there was a huge milestone for you today, but I want to speak about Bukayo Saka. He scored that penalty. He is the only player after Thierry Henry to score on his 200th Premier League appearance. But the numbers for Bukayo, I'm sure you don't know what to say about him either anymore.
Well, that it's exceptional what he's doing at his age already, the amount of games that he's played for this club and the impact that he has on those matches is something very difficult to see, so I'm very happy for him.
And just finally on that, with his numbers, 100 goal involvements, how difficult is it for a player, especially in his position, to get those sorts of numbers?
Well, in his position, it's easier than for a centre-back, and especially with the players he's got around him. But he's super consistent, very smart, willing to learn and do better constantly. He finds ways to score goals. That's the best thing or assist of him. And he's a really intelligent boy. And he will grow, he will become more mature. Will be better connection as well with so many new players in the team. And hopefully he will keep impacting the team.
I'm sure you'll enjoy that international break now, Mikel. Thank you.
I will do.
So here is the Premier League table after those 2 3 o'clock kickoffs this afternoon, and the win for Tottenham against Leeds United in the lunchtime kickoff, and Arsenal hit the front after that 2-0 win against West Ham United. Liverpool drop off the top. They're on 15 points, but they get underway away to Chelsea in just under half an hour's time, where a win would take them back to the top of the Premier League. But Arsenal on 16 points, Liverpool in 15. Then come Tottenham Hotspur, who moved up into second for a time. They're in third after their win at Leeds United this afternoon on 14 points. And Bournemouth, after the heady days of second after that win last night at home to Fulham by 3-1, are down into fourth. Crystal Palace, of course, in action tomorrow away at Everton. They're in fifth. Sunderland, after that first defeat in 5 Premier League games, remain in sixth on 11 points. Manchester United, though, the big movers, up into eighth after a third consecutive home win by 2-0 against Sunderland.
Going to do it. This should be the one, because I think he's got all the pieces to do it now.
He's got all the
Absolutely,
equipment.
yeah.
He's got the equipment to win the league. There's no doubt about it. Because he's got a balance between defence. They've got good defenders. They can defend as a team, and they've got offensive creators as well. They've got. I think the missing link at the moment is a number 9 that's going to put the ball in the back of net time and time again. Gyökeres might end up like that. I don't know. I think that's the only thing where the question mark is there still.
And Saka continues to shine for this club. 100 goal involvements in 200 appearances.
Yeah,
he's a little superstar, isn't he?
Well, he is, and he's improved year on year. Every season, he's like they say, he's our star boy, and he's getting better. And now he's got people around him, hopefully the kind of calibre around him where he can get a rest every now and then, because I think he's going to need it.
They're great to watch, aren't they? Talk to me about West Ham. Did you see any difference under Nuno today?
Well, I mean, I saw them on Monday night against Everton, and there was an improvement. They went to a back four. They were more compact, more solid, and got a draw. Today, they played the same way today, but they were up against such quality, such power, players who were just a bit better. And they dug in, they hung on, to try and stay in the game, but they didn't really have enough quality to hurt Arsenal. But that's partly to do. Arsenal have got this desire to win the ball back consistently now, hence the best defence in the league last year. And they are a difficult team to play against. And that comes from the coach giving them the men. If you don't do the work, you don't play for Arteta. And that's a great thing, great starting point for them to have.
Best squad in the league?
Yeah.
Yes,
Overall, the balance,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think
Unfortunately, yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. Okay, we'll leave it there.
Start with the result, because that must feel like a huge one given the last couple of seasons. This fixture against West Ham has been a bit of a banana skin. What do you feel today's performance showed?
Yeah, it showed the progress we've made. You know, we know in the last 2 seasons we've slipped up against West Ham at home, and today we wanted to put it right. So it's even better that we got the 3 points today, and you know, you got the break now to know that we finished strong.
Looking around your teammates at the moment, because you look at the clean sheet collectively and the work that you're all putting in as well, do you feel that desire? I know the title talk has rumbled on for some seasons, but do you feel that desire?
Yeah, 100%. We know the quality we have on the top end of the pitch. You know, the players that start and the players that are on the bench as well that come in. And you've seen how much of an impact everyone's made. But yeah, we know if we keep a clean sheet, you know, it's more than likely that we're going to win the game.
Let's come on to your personal stats today. So a 200th Premier League appearance, 100 goal involvements. You're still just 24 years old. Do you surprise even yourself?
I don't really like to linger on these things, but you know, you said it, it's a beautiful achievement. You know, I'm really proud of that. Obviously, 200 games for Arsenal in the Premier League it's a really big moment. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy it, and it was nice to get a goal as well and get the win.
Have you had family in today?
Yeah, everyone's upstairs. I'm going to go see them after.
And also, 200th Premier League appearance to score on it. Only one other Arsenal player has done that. Do you know who it was?
If I have to guess, Thierry.
It was Thierry Henry.
Of course, he has every record, this guy.
What's it like for you keeping that sort of illustrious company when we're talking about these records at this football club?
No, it's really nice for me, you know, and Thierry, of course, always messages me. He's messaged me this morning as well to remind me that we lost the last 2 games against West Ham at home. So he's always pushing me, and I think he wants me there with him. So it's nice to have that, you know, encouragement from him, and of course me, I want it as well. So I'm really happy to have my name in these records. But yeah, I'm just going to keep team trophies, which is what we've been searching for.
Congratulations, Bukayo. Brilliant stuff.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Such a lovely guy, and my goodness me, Clinton, what a milestone to bring up. I mean, just to put it into some kind of context, those 100 Premier League goal involvements. He's the 7th youngest player in Premier League history to reach that milestone. Does it in his 200 Premier League appearances as well. So did what Thierry did all those years ago. I mean, put into context how big a milestone that is, how hard that is to do at that age.
It's very hard, and in the position he plays as well, and to do it at such a young age. He's fantastic, and Tim always goes on about the Arsenal Academy. They bring through some brilliant players, and he's probably going to be one of the best that they've ever brought through for a very, very long time. I think he's a top player, and his interviews, the way he speaks as well is so fantastic. He's just a likeable person. Everyone would like Saka. You don't even hear anyone say a bad word about Saka because he's such a nice guy and he's a fantastic footballer. Every time he goes onto that pitch, he delivers. And when he's not on that pitch, Arsenal do miss him. For me, he's their best player without a shadow of a doubt. I know we can talk about the older guards and the other players, but when Saka's not in that team, Arsenal don't click. He's a fantastic player.
Still 149 goal involvements off Thierry Henry's all-time record. Just a quick word on Martin Odegaard, because I mean, it's an unwanted piece of Premier League history. He's become the first player to start 3 games and 3 times have to come off before half-time.
Yep. It's not
in
a good
terms
record.
of what the problem was today, how worrying should it be for Arsenal?
I don't know, because hopefully it's not too worrying, but it was his knee. It collided with Somerville. He was going down the line. He stuck out his knee, tried to continue. He got up, come back on for 5 minutes and said he was all right. Then they had to make the change and brought on Zubimendi. It might have been precautionary, and you hope it is, because I think he'd just been getting into form. Last season, it wasn't the Odegaard we've seen the previous season where he was fantastic. But over these last couple of games, you could see him getting back to form.
I mean, particularly that Olympiacos game.
He was brilliant. And even when he came on for Newcastle, some of the eye of the needle passes that he's done, if you're a centre forward or a wide man, you make your runs, he'll pick you out. So hopefully it's not too bad, because he's going to be key for them as well. But yeah, they just look fantastic this afternoon, Arsenal. They're a well-oiled machine, and they've got players that can come off the bench and make a big impact.
Listen, West Ham had a really good record in recent times against Arsenal Emirates. 2 wins in a row. Espirito Santo's 2nd game in charge. Not a single shot on target. We know how good this Arsenal defence are. West Ham overall today, have you seen any positive signs? I guess it's another defeat from what we saw under Graham Potter in the early part of the season.
Probably that they kept it down to 2-0, because and that is positive, because there's no shots on target, so you're not really working the Arsenal defence. But it's not.
Well, like we saw against Chelsea, Tottenham, when they go behind West Ham, the heads tend to go down.
It could go, it could get 4 or 5. It didn't go down. They still kept their shape, still tried to get forward. I think Somerville has to stay fit. He's going to be key for them, and Jared Bowen, because the way Nuno likes to play, he don't like to see a lot of the ball, and he likes to play on the counter-attack. The thing I worry about them is the number 9. Fulkrug. Can he turn Fulkrug into what Chris Wood done at Nottingham Forest?
Does he not fancy Callum Wilson?
Well, he doesn't, because he brought on the young kid, Marshall, who looked lively when he came on. But if you need a goal and you've got an experience of Callum Wilson, even though you brought on Marshall, maybe you do bring on Callum Wilson. That's 2 games. I thought he might have brought him on against Everton. He didn't. But maybe they've got other games where they think they can use Callum Wilson. But I don't worry for West Ham, because I think Nuno, he's a good manager, experience, and he'll keep West Ham in the...
Hello and welcome along to Premier League Live. We had a shuffling of the pack and we brought the big hitters into the studio. We've got Glenn Hoddle, Ian Wright and Danny Murphy to talk you through the rest of the day's action and, of course, focus on what we have just seen at half-time. So, Arsenal, as you can see, fans around the world, you'll be very delighted that with the current state of play, Arsenal are top of the table. Yeah. That's big. 1-0 courtesy of Declan Rice.
Yeah, when you look at what Arsenal have to do, obviously Liverpool losing last week and then Arsenal winning, they've got consolidated with a home game. Arsenal can't afford to lose no home game, so I think they've started brilliantly, very much on the front foot like you'd expect them to be. Great ball there, great ball into Eze, and Declan Rice on the edge of the box comes in and finishes it really well for us.
I think really positive selection as well, because a lot of criticism unduly, I think, on Arteta after the Man City and Liverpool game. He actually started the game right with Eze and Odegaard. I know he's gone off injured, but the creativity's been there for all to see. They've really gone at them. They've really caused them problems.
Yeah, they've penned them in completely. I tell you what, today, I don't know if they've been working it just for this game, but their little Eze's run, the little blindside runs they've been making today, 3 or 4 occasions where they're just sort of going and they're going on the back of the defender. They're not looking at always to feet. And then someone's got the ability to slide in. When you've got that amount of possession in the last third, you can do that. When it's a bit spasmodic and you haven't got that control of the game, it's hard to do that, make them runs. But they're on so many times, and you'll see it time and time again.
And it's at pace as well, Dan. The passing is quick, because that's what's going to happen with West Ham. It's quick, it's sharp, it's moving them about a bit.
They've had plenty of chances. It could have been more than 1-0, couldn't it?
Well, it could have, yeah, and that's what you're hoping that Arsenal can start doing, especially in these games, so you can give people more chance to maybe get a rest. You've got to finish these games off in the first half if you can. I think this one, we was talking, Dan, about, like Declan Rice's one, similar. He's leaning back there. It's bounced up a bit, Dan, like you made a point.
Well, I think with the irony is he's probably one of the most technically gifted players in the Premier League, and you'd think he'd sort his feet out, but he's been magnificent. Arsenal are going to keep getting in these positions unless West Ham change. And they're probably getting more, because West Ham are going to have to try and get back into it. Yeah. That's unlucky from Calafiori.
Just 2 examples of that little run that we're talking about. That little, it's only a 5-yard run as well. It's not a long run, but it's the getting the timing right. And when the player's got his head up on the ball, he's earned a little bit of time and space. They're doing it constantly against West Ham here today.
Also, Glenn, just a quick one on that. I think West Ham, because they've changed to a back 4 last week. When you play a back 4 rather than a back 5, it does feel like there's more space.
Little gaps there, isn't there?
Yeah. And you mentioned it, Danny, Odegaard going off injured. It didn't look very nice, did it? The coming together he had. But they brought Zubimendi on. But he's always a big miss, isn't he?
Well, he's been brilliant for Arsenal for a long time, but he's only just got back fit. He played well in the week and he started today. But that is the worrying thing is that he came back on and thought he was okay, and then he had to signal and come off. So let's just fingers crossed for him. You don't want to see players of his quality sidelined for long.
I think that's a sore one rather than a twist of a knee. That one there is a bit sore. He's gone back on. We've all had them bone on bone. They can be sore, and I think he's thinking long term maybe that's going to be a problem for him. But it's not twisted his knee, so I think
because it's the way it jarred. I'm quite worried because it jarred it back. That's because it jarred it back. So hopefully it's precautionary. It's
looked a bit painful, didn't it? Okay.